So first of all, congrats on this movie.
Thanks so much.
So you find out, you get the call that you're going to play the younger version of Pope Francis. What's the very first thing you do?
I scream. I said, woo! I got it. No, yeah, I was very, I really wanted to work with Fernando, and in this movie, of course. Yeah, I'm a great admirer of his work.
And how did you prepare for this role? Such a big, iconic role.
Yeah, well, we researched a lot. We interviewed people who worked with him. We studied with him, and there's some things in YouTube. There's not much because I was looking for things when he was in his 40s, and in YouTube you find a lot of things of his as a pope and in his 60s, but not in 40s. And then we work a lot with Fernando and Jonathan, and the script was great. So the script, just following the script, it was very easy to go in that direction, in the right direction.
And did you work a lot with Jonathan so that you guys kind of had the same mannerisms or same characteristics, or did you kind of just keep it separated?
No, well, Fernando didn't want that. Actually, he wants the opposite, because he wanted to show, the contrast between Bergoglio and Pope Francis as almost as two different characters. So it was interesting. Of course, I rehearsed in London, and I met Jonathan there, and we read together the script, and I worked with his dialect coach, with the English accent, because he wanted to have the Argentinian accent in his English, but we didn't try to have the same gestures or something like that. Fernando didn't. He wanted to avoid that.
And what was your first impression of Jonathan and your first impression of the director?
Well, both of them really, humble people, really generous and simple guys, very accessible and very funny. I mean, people. Well, Jonathan is someone that he has that humor and lightness, and he's so gentle. And Fernando too. He was like, and he was very generous. I mean, it was crazy because the first meeting I had with him, I was like crazy because I am a really fan of his, and he was like, "Oh, thank you so much for coming and being interested in my project." And I said, "What? Of course I'm interested." I mean, so it was great. It was great.
And what was your favorite scene to film?
Well, there's a scene that it's in Cordoba when he feels that he has no connection with God, and he's trying to give mass, but he thinks that he cannot do that, and he says to the believers, he says, I'm sorry, I cannot tell you anything. I better listen to you. I think that was a very good moment.
That's a powerful scene.
Yeah.
And was there a moment when you made this movie that you felt a change as far as religious outlook goes, that you may not have had prior to making this film?
I would say that I have that when the moment, not during the shooting, but the moment that I saw the film, put all together, because it was so powerful, and I think it has a great message. The film about listening to each other, to trying to agree in some points, even if you think really different from the other person. I think that's a very powerful message. And now that the world is being so polarized, and I think it's a great message.
And what is the most powerful, that was the next thing, is that the most powerful message that you think that you want the audience to take from the film?
Well, a little bit that I told you, that I think it's a moment where people and there's full of international leaders that they are no listening to each other, and they are fighting, and they are saying your idea. I think it's bold. So I think it's a great thing to have international voices that say we have to be able to care, climate change, refugees, poor countries. It's what Pope Francis is doing. I think it's a very interesting way, build bridges and not walls and all that stuff. I think that's interesting.
Very interesting. And last question, describe this movie in one word, if possible. I know, that's like the hardest question. One word.
Great.
Fabulous. I was going to say fantastic, so that
Okay,
works
great.
perfect. Thank you so much.